Hey, everybody. Happy Monday. Welcome back to the show that gives you the facts. My name is Max. Holy show, what a day. Oh, let's get some music going here, guys. Let's get a little bit of banner action. I hope everybody had a great weekend. Maybe some folks in Dallas, Tejas area didn't have the greatest of days yesterday, but that's okay because we're going to talk about it. And I've done a little bit of research. Let me silence that, guys. I apologize. Didn't mean to keep the noise machine on there. There we go. Sorry. Yeah, we're going to talk a little bit about the Cowboys today. We're going to talk about the Lakers. We're going to look at tonight's matchup with the Jets, the Bills. Like 2 days. I don't know. I'm not excited about the game, but that's me. I don't like either one of the teams. My team had the bye week. This team right here, 2-time back-to-back right here. Back-to-back. 3 Super Bowls in the last, 5-6 years, 4 Super Bowls total. I don't see anybody who's going to beat us this year, to be perfectly honest with you. Definitely ain't going to be the Cowboys. Yeah. But that's going to be something we talk about here and try to make some sense out of. And this is hold on, let me turn that down. I like it to a certain level. Let's try that level's all right today. Thank you, viewers and subscribers. Let me start this thing off by giving my usual spiel. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe, like, notify, and share. Be a good homie, even if you're a Dallas fan. The guys I've worked with tonight, they're all Dallas fans. I don't expect them to be in a good mood. But if they watch today's midday show, they might get a little bit of a laugh and an explanation on what the fucking glory hole is. I figured you out, Jerry. I have figured out what Jerry Jones is talking about when he says the glory hole. And it has nothing to do with what you guys think. And here in the next 2 minutes, I'll tell you what that is in a colorful way. Why wait 2 minutes, Max? Why are you doing that to us? Because there's this algorithm that detects things for a certain amount of time, and if you do certain things in that small amount of time, then it, for whatever reason, doesn't like it. It gets all upset and angry, agitated with you. Then it doesn't want to promote you and distribute you and share you with the rest of the internet. And I don't believe that's fair. You know who definitely doesn't believe that's fair? Don't make me get him. All right, here he is.
Hey, it's your boy, Skinny Penis.
And he can come back again. And don't you think that we forgot somebody? You know it ain't a show without Skank. My boy Skank's here too with us like every day.
You better quit playing with me. Rawr.
Right back at you, baby. You know you're going to be here every day with me. Yeah, that's my crew. But you know one thing we don't do here?
We don't negotiate with terrorists.
You're fucking right, we don't. Oh, sorry. 20 more seconds for it. Started using colorful language as they call it. Man.
Hey, Opal. Come here.
Screw you, Willie, your kinky ass. Last time I didn't shit right for a week.
No, it's not that. Just come here. I need to talk to you.
You ever had your shit pushed in? Your shit pushed in. Simple question. Nah?
No. But the Cowboys sure did. And we can talk about it now. Glory glory hole. What the fuck are you talking about, Jerry? Can nobody tell Jerry Jones that there is no such thing as a glory hole unless you are referring to pussy? And if that's the case, this man has enough money to go buy whatever pussy he wants. Go get this man laid before he dies. How many good years do you think Jerry Jones has left? On his 82nd birthday yesterday, you're lucky you didn't kill him with that fucking shit performance you Cowboys put on. Good God. I was actually amazed. You know, I can imagine Mike McCarthy after the game going into that office with Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones is just sitting there like fucking Palpatine, fucking from Star Wars and shit. On his birthday, he looks at Mike McCarthy and he says, "You know, Mike, today was my birthday." "I know, Jerry. I know." "You know, Mike, I had to blur out the scoreboard." "I saw that, Jerry. I noticed. It looked blurry. I thought I was having a stroke at first, but then I realized you blurred out the score because it was so fucking pathetic." "Mike, you ruined my 82nd birthday. I did not get the glory hole today." Mike McCarthy just stands there for a second. "I'm sorry, Jerry." Then he bends over, drops his drawers, and gives the glory hole to Jerry. Now, that's one glory hole, also known as the corn hole, which usually is what happens after the Cowboys game when two Cowboys fans win or lose. It's always a win for those two guys. You can tell they're always dressed like cowboys with like rhinestones and glitter and looking like little Nas X and shit. So it's always a win for certain Cowboys fans. But the glory hole, this is what I've come up with the fucking glory hole. He's obviously old, 82 years old. He doesn't look that great. He's probably on his last fucking leg if he makes it through this season. I'm surprised he didn't have a fucking stroke or heart attack yesterday watching that shit. This is probably how Jerry Jones felt during the whole game. Let's see if I can't find something that's accurate. Right here, this is Jerry Jones.
Quit, man. Kick me in the junk. Come on, man. Kick me in the junk. God! Damn, that's a rush. Oh, my name is Cliff, brother of Joe. I got me some crack. I want me some hoes.
Nate, how are those chicken strips?
Fuck your chicken strips!
Go.
Fuck your chicken strips!
Yeah, fuck your chicken strips and fuck your glory hole. Glory days. Glory days is what I'm sure he means by glory hole. All the research that I've done points to it being the glory days. He wants the glory days. He wants some glory days. He probably wants some glory hole too, but I don't know if he can fuck.
I'm gonna fuck you till you die.
It wouldn't take much, I don't think, especially from that young lady. And, you know, maybe Jerry can take it, but I'm not sure. It's crazy to me. I don't know what to say. It's wild. It doesn't even make any sense.
So I'm sitting there, barbecue sauce on my titties.
That's what I was saying when I was watching that fucking game yesterday. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. I was watching the highest paid quarterback, Dak Prescott, with his contract, then CeeDee Lamb with his contract, old ass Zeke Elliott, who I think he's forgetting how to run, an offensive line that can't block for shit, and an injury to the best defensive player on the other team, the Lions. Yeah, the Lions beat that ass. They beat that ass bad. And they left Jerry Jones just confused, looking for a glory hole that doesn't exist. Cornhole, real thing. Glory days, real thing. And, you know, one thing I noticed when I was watching that game, there was a lot of children there. And all these children that I saw all had tears coming out of their eyes. They were like the saddest kids ever. They were like all make a dream kids that didn't get the dream they wanted. A fucking win, just one on Jerry Jones's birthday. Are we asking for too much to give this old man his glory hole days, or his glory days, or his cornhole, or whatever hole or day we're talking about? Because he's obviously senile as shit, and there is no such thing as a glory hole unless we're talking about Pound and the Bee. Vagine. That's what I'm talking about. And if that's what he wants, get this man some fucking pussy. Or if he wants to cornhole a drunk, let him cornhole a drunk. It's Texas. There's plenty of them. Shit. I'm just saying. It's crazy to me. You know who's scared of the Cowboys? You know who's scared of the Cowboys? People at Best Buy and Walmart. Yep. They see a Cowboys fan walking in all mad and shit. They're like, oh, fuck, they lost again, huh? Damn. Only person that's scared of the Cowboys is that salesperson. Like, hey, you know the TV, huh? Oh, another one broke, huh? Don't say. How'd that happen? Defect, huh? Maybe I just invented something. A screen protector. That's what you guys need down there in Dallas. Get you a screen protector. Now, I haven't seen this unless it was in the joint when I was in there. And they had the television to where we couldn't break the motherfucker. Plus, it was the only television we had to watch. So generally, if you fucked with that TV, you get your ass fucked up. Not glory hole or cornhole. You just get the shit beat out of you. But I'm thinking that maybe moving down to Dallas and opening up an electronics store where I specialize in televisions and television screen protectors and cages for TVs for Cowboys fans, I might be doing you guys a huge favor. That's what I think. I think I just did you guys a huge favor by unconfusing you on what a glory hole, a cornhole, and a glory day is. They're all different things. Glory Days is also a song. Cornhole and a drunk is something that happens on every night that ends with a Y in Texas, and that's okay because I understand how Cowboys fans operate. It's okay. But as bad as your game was, it could have been worse. You could have lost to the Saints, or you could have been the Saints and got the shit beat out of you even worse, but that didn't happen. No, Cowboys got their own problems. At least last night, you guys got to, I don't know, enjoy a Giants loss, which was another awful game. This whole week has been awful games. Oh, my God. It started out with the biggest gay bar in the country, San Francisco and Seattle. And every time those two teams play, it basically turns whatever stadium it is into the biggest gay bar in the world, which is fine because I'm not a homophobe. I got plenty of gay friends. And you know what? I got no problem with gays and lesbians, bull dykes, hairy dykes, tall dykes, short dykes. I don't care about any of them. They're all the same to me. I grew up with them all. Doesn't bother me. Don't care. Don't care. Don't care. Which is why I get along so well with Cowboys fans, and I work with fucking 4 of them on Monday nights. That was me taking a little jab at you guys. Don't feel bad. You gotta understand, though, that your team is just awful. This is what I envision a bunch of Cowboys fans doing before a game and planning for game day. You know, they're all in their little huddle and they're talking, and this is kind of what happens.
Hey! You guys ever get horny? Well, it depends.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, they get horny, all right. They get horny, Brokeback Mountain style, win, lose, or draw. Yeah. Watching that game yesterday made me realize that I actually remember those glory days of the Cowboys because I'm old, as though the gray in my fucking facial hair didn't give it away. I don't know what you guys say. Max, why are you always wearing a hat? Don't you have any hair, you piece of shit? Yes, I have a full head of hair. There it is. You see it? Do you see it? And oddly enough, it's not all that gray. It's going to be a whole lot grayer. It's going to be a whole lot grayer. I could be gray as fuck. Like, I tell you, I'm almost close to 50. I'm closer to 50 than I am like 45 or anything else. And you're like, yeah, this guy's doing all right. I told you I was like in my 20s. You're like, oh, God, this guy's had the roughest life I've ever seen. Holy shit. Talk to Jerry Jones. Fuck, you told me Jerry Jones was in his 50s. I'd be like, holy fuck, this guy's had the roughest life I've ever seen of anybody. That's terrible. Like, Cowboys, I think you need to fire Mike McCarthy. I think you put Mike Zimmer in his place and, just cut your losses. Mike McCarthy wasn't that great of a coach to begin with. He made Jerry Jones almost die on his fucking 82nd birthday. And he had it to where you have Cowboys fans that are cheering for the Lions. I couldn't believe this shit. It was crazy. In other news from that game, the tibia and fibia procedure on Aiden Hutchinson was a success as they were both broken while he sacked Dak Prescott for the 5,000th time in yesterday's game. And even after Aiden was out of the game, they continued to sack and put pressure on Prescott. And Mike McCarthy, the mental giant that he is, didn't think that being down by that many points would be a good enough reason to take out your most expensive players and go ahead, throw in the towel. Never give up. Bullshit. You give up when you know you're not going to fucking win. You fucking crazy? Why would you risk injuring your other star players on a game that you obviously have no business even being a part of? You look like absolute shit.
Well, I actually thought that maybe we could, you and I could, get physical.
Miss Keisha. Oh my fucking god, she fucking dead.
Yeah, so were the fucking Cowboys yesterday too, obviously, and their fucking stellar performance. And I spent almost 20 minutes talking about glory holes, cornholes, glory days, and the Cowboys. Nobody has spent that much time talking about the Cowboys since 95, which happens to be the last time they won the Super Bowl. I witnessed that. I watched them beat the shit out of the Steelers. I watched them beat the shit out of the Bills twice in a row. Then there was that break in that season where the 49ers, they played San Diego, the Chargers, when they were still in San Diego. A whale's vagina, without a doubt. And, the 49ers crushed and killed them. That was 94. So 92 and 93, you had Jimmy Johnson back-to-back Super Bowl wins with the Cowboys. I remember this shit like it was yesterday. That's because I'm old. I am also the oldest one of the Angry Me Foundation party crew, of whatever we want to call us, the Angry Me posse, which means absolutely nothing. That just means I'm probably going to die before everybody else. So I got that going for me. I'm excited. Not. But in the meantime, I'm going to stay around as long as humanly possible to make sure that people are able to be entertained and be educated to a point, and that's what the purpose of this show is.
Just trap!
Pretty much anywhere.
Big fart! Dildo! Big titties! Shit hard!
Mm-hmm. And that's the kind of show that we put on. We are unfiltered. We are not here to please any rhythms of algo. Did you catch that? I hope you did. I know I did. See, I did that? Smooth. Next, guys, I don't know if you want me to talk about the Cowboys anymore. I'll talk about tonight's game. It's the Jets and the Bills. Like, God, can we not have one single decent night game? that's all I got to say. We got Aaron Rodgers. We got Josh Allen. I mean, if you look at the rosters of the teams, you would think that it would be a good game and something fun to watch. In reality, we're probably not going to see that. I've come to the conclusion that if Aaron Rodgers is able to make it through 4 plays without an injury, then there's a good possibility that he's going to make it through the entire game. Yeah, that's possible. But I'm just saying, the team lives and dies by Aaron Rodgers. Saleh, him being fired, the guys will talk about that. We'll talk about that tonight on the show, and we'll get into more detail and give everybody else's insight and input on that, while the Monday night game is also going to be broadcast against the Jets and the Bills. God. One franchise went to 4 straight Super Bowls and lost worse each and every one. The other one hasn't won or even come close to going to the Super Bowl since Joe Woolley Namath. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? You know when that was? That was Super Bowl 3. You think the Jets are a quality organization that believe in rebuilding and putting the best product out there? Okay. I got some swampland in Florida in the Everglades. Prime real estate. I'm going to sell it to you at a discount. Don't be a fucking idiot. Don't believe the hype of the media. Speaking of media hype and other sports news, there's other sports news. WNBA fans, if there are such things. The Lynx were not able to beat the Liberty in Game 2 and looked like absolute dog shit. And it was a far less scoring game. Now the series is even Steven as the series now moves to Minnesota. Yeah. Largest ball of twine in Minnesota. Yeah. There's a lot worse things in Minnesota. I could name you a bunch of them. Tim Waltz. But this is not a political show. We have no political segments. Not this channel. That's my other channel, which you can find in the description for this channel. If you want to join and subscribe and talk about things that are not necessarily sports related, that's where you go. But don't tell anybody. Fuck that. Tell everybody. Let them all know. Continue to share. Because you know what? I'm not going anywhere. Every day at 2 o'clock, I might be running a few seconds late because I'm handicapped and disabled. Not an excuse when it comes to certain things. But it does make me a little bit slower, and then I got to get situated, comfortable, and leg pain, yada, yada, yada. You don't want to hear about my story. It's boring, but I'll tell you all about it one of these days. The next thing that I wanted to touch on, it's the Dodgers absolutely beat the shit out of the Mets yesterday, and it wasn't even close. And if I were a gambling man and I had to make predictions, and I don't like to do it, but in this case I'll make an exception, I'm thinking the Dodgers are probably going to go ahead and finish off the Mets. The miserable, mediocre Mets. And then we'll find out about some American League play. And if I'm not mistaken, that's going to be today, Detroit and Cleveland. Another state of Ohio. Sorry to always diss on Ohio, but maybe you should have less serial killers and kidnappers and degenerates, and I won't have to be so hard on you. except for the Kelseys and the New Heights podcast. Much love, much respect. Kelsey, even though you guys might be mildly retarded, that's okay. They say the same thing about me. But yeah, that was an absolute ass beaten by the Dodgers yesterday. And tonight, like I said, Guardians. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. That, here's what I can guarantee. Max's guarantee of the day. There is 100% chance that there is going to be a team from the AL Central in the World Series. I promise you this. Without a doubt. It's going to happen. So, that's okay. It's not going to be the Royals. And, thank you, Royals, for a great season. Thank you for keeping us entertained. I appreciate it. I hope that the rest of the Royals faithful also appreciates it. It was awesome. And, it's been a while since we've been in the playoffs. So, yeah, it was good. We didn't get to the promised land, but we got it. And, I just realized that it's the fucking Yankees, I apologize, against the Guardians. So ignore what I just said as I realized my mistake. This is the medication. It's perfectly fine. Don't worry about it. We're good. But yeah, Yankees and the Guardians. I apologize once again. Cocaine's a hell of a drug, and I'm not on it. But I'm going to double check now because now I feel like I might be in the Twilight Zone. And just to make sure, the Mets and the Dodgers, Game 2 is going to be this afternoon here, little under an hour. And then Game 1 of the Guardians and Yankees is today at 6:30. And then Game 2 of the Yankees and Guardians is going to be tomorrow at 6:38. Okay? All right. Now that I've corrected my mistake, and I'm a grown man, I can admit when I have made a mistake. Most things in my mind I can keep pretty clear, but sometimes we all fuck up. I'm no different. I'm not perfect. It's true. It's hard to tell on this show and this segment, but I'm also very meek and modest about it. And I thank everybody for tuning in and subscribing. And if you haven't done so already, make sure you do. Because every day we're going to come up with something new. I've been thinking that Mondays, while basketball is in session, football is in session, and baseball is in the playoffs, and fucking home stretch, getting close to the World Series, we're going to do this on Mondays. Go over Sunday's games, look at Monday night's preview, as awful as it may be. Tuesday, we're going to touch and reflect back on the Monday night game, and we're going to talk old school basketball on Tuesdays. Wednesdays, we're going to talk about the upcoming week's NFL schedule and the Thursday night game. Thursday, we're going to talk about the Thursday night game and anything else sports news related, plus hobby card talk and hobby talk on Thursdays. And then Fridays, kind of a wrap up of everything all in one: cards, hobby talk, sports, everything. So that's kind of what I've got planned and way of how we're going to start doing the show. And bear with me, bear with us, be patient, continue to support the channel, and I promise you this: we will give back as promised to those who need it, whether those are veterans that need help and need assistance with VA, whether that's people that are in a position to where they need some financial help, whether people need someone to talk to. You know what? We're not trained therapists, but we are humans, and we are all able to relate and be empathetic to one another. And in some case, we can be sympathetic if there's certain situations that are, what I like to say, something that we can all understand in a very simple way. We can all understand loss. We can all understand gain. We can all understand pain. There's a lot of different things that all of us have in common that we like to not, how should I put it, use to its full advantage and capacity in way of trying to solve problems and better ourselves, and at the same time give a fresh perspective on things, whether it be sports, whether it be players in sports, whatever it is. Whatever keeps you coming back to the channel, I appreciate it. So do the other gentlemen at the Anger Me Productions crew, Nerd Sports. We love you guys, and we appreciate all your patronage. Next, preseason news. Joel Embiid having some left knee issues. Nothing serious to what I have been updated on. Not like anybody calls me personally from the 76ers and tells me, but he is having some left knee issues. He's going to miss the rest of the preseason, so don't expect to see Joel Embiid on the court during the preseason as he takes care of his knee. And that's good. That's good. You want to make sure that you're as healthy as humanly possible whenever you are, when it matters the most. You want to be at the top of your game. If that means missing preseason and not being there for the preseason, that's okay. Get yourself ready for the regular season when it really matters. Last thing that I really want to touch up on today, guys, because it's Monday. Everybody has different feelings about Monday. I personally don't mind Mondays as much as I used to anymore. And the reason is because you guys make my Mondays great. I look forward to coming on here every day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, every day. And then over the weekends, throw in some shorts, little videos, some interjections here and there. I really enjoy doing it because if I didn't do it, I wouldn't. I'm not getting paid for this, okay? I am doing this because I want to do it. And I am doing it with quality individuals of like-mindedness. And I am blessed to be able to to work with these gentlemen who are all military veterans that served this country with honor, respect, dignity, and I love them for it. And I don't mean that in a, funny way. And that's not a knock against gay people. I don't care about gay. We already know this. I'm not a homophobe. I don't care. I do not care. I don't even want to go into I got a lot of gay friends. Doesn't make any difference. I don't care. I like people because meritocracy is something that matters more than anything else. Think about that for a minute. Speaking of meritocracy, let's wrap this up with LeBron James, the GM, the dumb shit. I don't know how anyone can see what this man has done to the NBA, to the Lakers, and to any other franchise that he's been part of, and even remotely have any kind of respect for him. And at this point, I'm talking about what he did to his son, Bronny. I like Bronny James. I don't want to sit here and tell you bad things about Bronny because I think he's a good kid that's in a bad position. The only people that are winning in this Bronny, LeBron, Lakers nonsense, the media, even individuals like me that sit here and talk about it, and I don't want to talk about it because it's nothing that I want to glorify. But I'm going to say this. I do not believe that we are talking about a second round draft pick, which should not have ever happened, as opposed to their first round draft pick, which is doing a great job out there, but nobody talks about Dalton Knecht. No one's speaking about him, but he's averaging, I think, 7 or 8 points a game. It might be a little bit more, but he's been a great contributor. And you could see the value in that draft pick with him as opposed to a wasted draft pick. And this is not against Bronny. It is La GM. It's a poorly run organization at this point in time with Jeannie Buss and Rob Pelinka. They have clearly little to no idea or strategy on what it is they are trying to accomplish. Are you trying to make history, or are you trying to win championships? No one is going to remember Bronny James playing for the Lakers because Bronny James is not going to pan out like you think. He's not there because he's a good player. He is not a good player. He is not NBA ready. He is not G League ready. He should give back that $8 million and, if anything, continue his education and go back to college, and maybe you can improve, get your fundamentals and your skills down. You would think that this guy would be great based on his dad, but what does his dad have to do with anything in way of making him better? His dad put him in a position to fail. As a father, I'm telling you this right now, you do not do that to your children. You do not live vicariously through your children in order to push your own agenda of making history that nobody cares about. Come on. Let's be real. Let's keep it 100. All right. If Bronny James was that talented, then it would show. And he would have a whole different stat line. His stat line right now is 0.7 points per game, and he averages 2 turnovers. So he has more turnovers than he has points. And then you got the media trying to tell you, the mainstream media, and Clutch Sports trying to push this ridiculous narrative that somehow you're witnessing greatness and history is being made. Well, if you're witnessing greatness, then we've really set the bar extremely low. On top of that, it's got you're putting a young man that is still developing, not only physically but mentally, in a position that he's not ready to be in. In my opinion, in a position that he does not want to be in. He does not need to be in this position because there are far more players and parents of former NBA players that have children that are going to be in the NBA and or are in the NBA or have been in the NBA that have impressed far more than LeBron James and Bronny James. Okay? In my opinion, it is time for LeBron to move on and allow for the league to start anew. I've watched the league transform over the course of watching basketball for 40 years. I've been watching basketball and sports since I got to the United States from the former Soviet Union. I love sports. I love basketball. I played football. I only played basketball recreationally, but football I did play. I never made it to college, and it doesn't matter. You can watch the Mafia episode, you can figure out what happened. But I'm telling you that based on the agenda being pushed by the Lakers, by LeBron, by Clutch Sports, the only winners in the LeBron, Lakers debauchery are the media. The media are the winners. Even guys in the independent space like myself who report on sports, we're winning because you've given us the material to be able to go out and use because of idiot moves made by a narcissist named LeBron James, who put his child, his son, his eldest, in a position to fail from day one by having him live vicariously through his own selfish dream. And that's how we're going to wrap up today's sport. that's how Nerd Sports Midday with Max is going to call it good. I like the 40-minute marks. Sometimes we go a little over depending if we're looking at cards. We're going to talk about players, and the cards we look at, we're going to mix up some basketball, some baseball, some football. We're going to look at some cool stuff later in the week. Tomorrow's show, we're going to have some fun as we do every day. I encourage you once again to tune in every day. Same bad place, same bad channel. And we're going to be here for you. We're not going anywhere. And once again, you guys are all appreciated here. Without you guys, I wouldn't be here. The channel wouldn't be here. And the channel is growing, and it's growing because of guys and gals. When I say guys, I use it as a universal term. This is the way we grew up. All right. Because of all of you ladies and gentlemen, men, women, boys and girls, not in a weird way, but thank you for being a part of Max's Midday. And we hope to see you again tomorrow. Same place, same time. We're going to be here every day at 2 p.m. Central Standard Time. And tonight, we're going to be back. I'm going to probably do my best to stay awake. I'll get into my story one of these days, but I'll probably do it on my channel. And it's not really anything to do with sports as far as how I am able to every day find time to go live. But I digress. I don't want to get off in the weeds. But tonight, Nerd Sports, 7:30. All the boys are going to be there. Big Dave D, Big Dave Dickerman, in case you were wondering what the Big D stood for. We got Johnny Sauce Skelton. That's right. We got Chris, Don't You Jacka Me Off, and young Colin, the Ronin. Joke time. That's what's up. But guys, I thank you as always. In the words of the great MC Skinny Penis, let's let him and Skank take us out of here for the afternoon. Until tomorrow. And let's see you again. 2 o'clock. Where you at, SP?
Hey, it's your boy, Skinny Penis.
You better quit playing with me. Rawr.
Yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you once again for being a part of this. And remember, you make this channel, you make this show, and we're going to come back once we get to where we need to be and give back to you in any way we need, in any way that you need us to. And if there's anything you guys want to talk about during the afternoon segments or in the evening, please feel free to comment and let us know. If you want to come on to the panel during the course of the afternoon show, you're more than welcome to. I will send you a link. Interact, throw some comments out. You could say bad things about me. I don't care. I got big Soviet shoulders and I could take it. I'm no chump. Thought I was a chump. I ain't Willie Lump. Now you know. But with that, we're calling it good. We're going to take it out of here. And I hope that today you were able to learn something from my rambles. And last one I'll do to really kind of, put it all together. This is a summary of the show.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Hey! You guys ever get horny?
And you know what? I'll tell you one more thing, in case you were wondering, and I'll let you know right now, Mr. Smart Principal Guy.
Big man with a briefcase. What, do you think you're better than me?
You're not. And I'm not better than anybody else. This has been Max. This has been Nerd Sports. We thank you. We love you. Not in a weird way. And we'll see you again tonight and then tomorrow. Thank you all again. And with that, I'll play you a little bit of this.
I got broads in Atlanta. She took the lean in the family. Credit cards in the scammers. Hitting the licks in the band. Legacies.